Welcome, my Zentangle friends. My name is Emmy, and you are on the Zen with Emmy channel. I think you know that because you're here. I'm so glad of that. And I'm excited to be here for day 27 of Inktober 2025. The pattern is Yeed, I think that's how you pronounce it, by Midair Furuhashi. And we've done patterns with her before, and she loves these kinds of patterns that are so sweet. Could be a flower, could be a star, or it could be a nice border pattern. I've got some great ideas for you today, but first let's get started deconstructing the pattern. So I'm going to do it both of the ways that you see here, just so that you have an idea where you can take it when you're ready. I like to start with an orb in the middle. That said, you could just as easily start with just a dot or not at all. Just let it happen. Then we're going to put a comma and a comma in, or a C, whichever you prefer, and one in the other direction. I really think balance is important, so I'm going to do my C this direction and one the other direction. I'm going to go for two more, and I could go for more than that if I like. Actually, I do like. So I'm going to go for one this direction. They turn into the prettiest seed pods, don't they? Now I have enough room to squeeze one in here, and the other direction. Now you can easily see how this could be the sweetest flower ever if you wanted to go that way, or if you needed a flower for a basket that you're making or whatever. Now, part of her pattern is to put a stick in between each, and she connects the sticks like that. So come with your stick, make sure that you can travel down and back up. Do it again, down one side and back up. The stick and two more sticks all the way around. That one was a little flat, but we are just practicing, aren't we? We're just learning. Stick. And a stick to join, and a stick the other direction. And that one gets to go a little higher. And that is pretty much if you decide you want to do this part of the pattern this way. I really like to put a small couple of whiskers in here. I did not see that on her pattern, but I always think that that looks nice. Adding a few fold lines is what I like to call them. And I do like to do them each direction. It just more or less pen flicks. Oop, forgot. Just looks so completed that way. When I did mine, you can see that I darkened every other one, kind of like a harlequin. I just think that that looks really cool also. But that's an embellishment. That's not something you have to do. So let's do this one here. I'm just going to make a line. And because I like to, I'm going to make a second or a line. No, I don't have to do that. Okay, we start with the seeds. So I'm going to make a middle seed, or a C and a C. Equal distance on either side. I'm going to do a C and a C. Let's add that treatment of the whiskers. And now let's have a stick, and I'd like a stick to aim for this time. stick, about the same, I think, I hope. Practicing and learning, that's how we do it, isn't it? Time for me to get some shading going for you, and me too. Okay, shade here on the inside where you have laid those whiskers on. I would also suggest you might like to shade here because that creates the illusion of a fold even more. Or, you know, a kind of a curved area here. Because we've got our pencil handy, I'm going to go ahead and shade here. I got a tickle, sorry. Okay, let's spread this out. Push. Trying very hard to leave a white space in the middle so that the petal has the illusion of being raised up. Doing this on the straight one too. So this is our practice, and it's also a nice example. So I'm going to keep it handy, but I want to show you what I did with my compilation piece. So I decided that I wanted to do it in a linear fashion. Goodness. So I went ahead and laid it on like this, and it kind of morphs right into this other one here. And I just think that looks cool. I did several layers behind it of aura-ing. And then I thought this was fun to have a line of beads down here. I'm probably going to work on that a little more to get them a little smoothed out a little more, since this is a pretty special piece. And here's Owl Peak from yesterday peeking at you. Let's go to our piece that we designed, that if you are doing the poem with me, I'm going to put this right in here, a whole line, and I'm going to use this as my base here. So I'm going to start off, I feel pretty good about being able to control the height. If you don't, grab yourself a ruler so that your seeds will all be the same. But in Zentangle, there's not supposed to necessarily be any plan like that, so you might just take a chance. So what I'm going to do, though, to ensure that I've got this sorted pretty good, is I'm going to balance from there to there and then equal distance here, like that. And then I'm going to put one between them. This means that they're going to be just a little bit tight. But I think that'll look interesting. And I have room for one here behind this pattern that we did a few days ago. So now I'm going to start with the sticks. A stick. And the stick to aim for. And I've got a pretend one coming back over here. And I will need to add a stick here. And I want to go ahead and finish the basis of my pattern, which is to put the fun little whiskers in. And then I really want to do a line of, oh, I'm going to do another stick here, by the way, to finish that off. So I'm going to come along here and aura this. feel like I need my work in front of me a little more. So I'm going to turn it as I need to so that my hand doesn't crab up. Have a look, see how I like this. I might end up wanting to do another row. I kind of feel like I do. So I could do something in between here if I wanted, right? Yeah, I'll think about that a little more. I might add something in, like I could add a row of beads in here or sticks. That would really look cool. Anyway, for now, because I like to think about things, I'm sure you do too, I'm just going to get my pencil and get some shading on here. And then I want to have a row of shade across the bottom. I'm going to separate that out. And a row of shade here too. Okay, blender stump time. If you ever get to a point where you feel you have too much shade on your blender stump or your tortillon, just go ahead, if you're wearing jeans, go ahead and just put this in the seam area and rub it around for, 30 seconds, whatever. And a lot of that will come off. Now that's really cool. I really like this. I hope you do too. And it is day 27 of Inktober. I'm so glad you're with me. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.